Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. So today, for your pleasure, I'm playing the Type 93, and there is a very interesting story behind this, if I may say so myself. And this video has several steps, so I hope I can squeeze them all into this. Now, the final verdict of the last video about the Type 93 still stands, but the ability to scout was implemented. And so let's quickly first recap what the Type 93 is, then how it actually got its scouting, how this is in conjunction with the Bug Hunters program, and then my experience actually trying to make use of this. The gameplay in the background might raise some eyebrows, but hey, that's just what it is. Because first of all, this tank is, let's face it, the fastest thing in War Thunder. Yes, I know it's a truck, and sometimes I call it a tank, deal with it. So it's the fastest driving object in War Thunder, and it is so quick that even at top tier you appear in places that your opposition is not really thinking about. So they don't expect you into places, so they don't even look into those places, which leads to very amusing things. It has no anti-tank capabilities whatsoever, aside from an artillery strike, which obviously takes a while to research. Then it also has no smoke, no ESS, no smoke shells, no smoke grenades. It has no armor. It has a very high, super sensitive hull break. Even machine gun bullets from the front can destroy it with ease. And then there is also its SAM system. And in theory it sounds good. 1,000 meters per second maximum speed on the trajectory. You know, a decent TNT bursting charge. Not the highest caliber with only 80 millimeters, but you have 8 of them, and they are actually not that good. Versus jets, very bad. Versus props, maybe if you launch them at the right time. But versus helicopters, it's really weird how they track helicopters. I cannot say in any other words that it is weird. So, SAM system, bad. Everything else except the speed is bad, and the speed is outstandingly good. No anti-tank capabilities. So that was practically the verdict for this 390,000 RP 1 million civil line vehicle. So then I actually went to the Gaijin Discord and I made a suggestion. I said, hello Gaijin, why not implement the scouting ability for high tier SAM systems, in particular the Type 93, because it doesn't really change the vehicle, but it could be an excellent scout, and since it has no anti-tank capabilities, this would be a good thing to do. Apparently this suggestion, as simple as it sounded, was all that it took that I guess the Gaijin devs had a look at it. Apparently, because a few days later Gaijin made a change log, basically a little dev blog, saying we implemented the ability to scout for high tier SAM systems, and amongst them was the Type 93. So I was like, cool, and I wanted to make a second video, and so I went out there, and it didn't have the ability to scout. I went back to the hangar, but the modules associated with it were there, but I didn't have the ability to scout. So if you look at the bottom center of the screen, there the mouse button 5, the binoculars, that symbol wasn't there. Okay, so I went back to the Discord and said, look, it's not there. And the first response was, yeah, it takes 24 hours since it is a server update to be implemented, and yada yada yada. Then the day after, it still hadn't it. I reported it again in a calm way, and then yeah, I got the message that devs are aware of this, there are some problems, they're working on it. And that was the response that I wanted. Okay, they're working on it, that's fine. How long it takes? Well, you know, I was kind of annoyed that it took so long, but at least they're working on it. But I kept my cool. Then the next thing was, a day later or 2 days later, they finally gave it the ability to scout. I had the symbol in the bottom center of the screen, and I went out there and I wanted to scout, and it didn't work. I tried it then with the MX-13 M24, and with that tank it worked. So it was not a problem of the key bindings, it was not a problem of the scouting globally not working. It was just a problem with the Type 93 and probably some other SAM systems. Talking about the SAMs, watch how that missile flies and how it kills that helicopter. Maybe that's the reason that it works a bit better at long ranges than at short distances. Okay, back to the topic. So then I was really annoyed at that time, but I still kept my cool. And then I made the following. I closed the game and restarted it. And listen carefully here. So I restarted the game, went into a match, and I tried to scout. I clicked the associated buttons. I misclicked on purpose to get the message that I should aim the crosshair on a target. I clicked in third person so that I also got the other message where I should go then into binoculars or gunner's view. And so then I killed myself, or I let myself get killed by the enemy, and by then I exited the match, and then I exited the game by pressing the escape key on the keyboard and then pressing exit in the menu and not shutting the game down with the task manager. By doing so, I created a C-log file, and since I weren't that long in the match, I actually also it also didn't take that long. So then I went to the War Thunder folder and I renamed the associated replay with Type 93 Scouting Napalmratte. That was practically what I renamed it. And then I also sent both the C-log data and the replay to Gaijin saying, look, it's now implemented, the symbol isn't there, I even get the messages, but I can't really scout the enemies, they don't appear on the minimap, I don't get the message. And I haven't heard anything since, but then when I just tried it out today, it worked. And that is all that it takes. So keeping your calm and reporting stuff in the right way. Now, I have a separate channel to do this for me personally with Gaijin because of the Gaijin Discord. But again, similar things we will do with bug reports on the Discord that I've created. Link in the video description down below. You're all invited. And before I go into the experience, listen guys, I know it's actually not our job, but this is how it is. We have to go with the system, and when things then work, you can have fun with them. And that brings me now to the Bug Hunters program. Join my Discord if you have come across a bug or something that is not working right in War Thunder, to your opinion, then contact one of the bug hunters. They will try to recreate the issue, and then they help you to create a proper bug report. And this proper bug report, that then helps Gaijin to solve the problem. It might not work over day, but that's it. Now let's talk about the experience in playing the Type 93 with the scouting. It works beautifully because you can go to all those places. But the problem is, as we can see with the post-battle results, the reward is tragically bad, point number one. And point number two, very often, unlike in this video, your team doesn't look at the minimap and they don't kill the enemies. You scout 2, 3, 4, 5 enemy tanks at a time. You can do something in theory about helicopters and planes. And so you can be a good scouting, spotting support for your team. And in that aspect, the Type 93 works beautifully. But just look at the low income, 26 scoutings, 1 helicopter destroyed, and artillery strikes, and I got even 5 assists. And that is less than 5,000 RP and just a pitiful amount of civilians. Gaijin, I think we have to rework that one, because that was a win with a premium account and it's still very underwhelming, and this was one hell of a result. And you know what? That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video format. Let me know if you actually liked it, if you thought that this would be constructive, if this is enjoyable to listen to instead of a rant. And yeah, with having said this, leave a comment in the comment section down below. I read them all. Don't forget to join my Discord. We have over 700 members and steadily growing. It is awesome, and there are a lot of active people. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the ways, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.